Ladies and gentlemen of the Action Army, what is going on? And welcome to another episode of Answers for Athletes. In today's video, I'm answering the question from Kate Joanne Villamore, who says, how can I dunk in less than a month or two? I can barely touch the rim. I have 5 steps for you to dunk in 1 to 2 months, but I want everybody out there to listen to me right now. I hate this question. I can't stand when people are not willing to put in the work for the long run. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And if you can't touch the rim right now, you could barely touch the rim, you're probably not going to dunk in 1 to 2 months. However, if you really just want to go for it and you want to try to dunk in 1 to 2 months, and you want to sprint, you don't feel like running a marathon, I'm going to give you 5 steps that could potentially help you dunk in 1 to 2 months. So while I don't recommend this, I am going to answer your question. But before I answer your question, make sure that you comment JUMP, JUMP, down below in the comment section for a free bodyweight vertical jump training program, or DM me JUMP on Instagram. That's a cheat code to get it quicker. DM me work on Instagram, and you can get your first month free to any of my advanced training programs with weights, Beyond the Rim 1, 2, 3, Beyond the Rim Strong and Balancing, Beyond the Rim Project Plyo, Beyond the Rim In Season, all my programs. Let me just shut up. Let me answer your question. How can I dunk in less than a month or two? I can barely touch the rim. I got 5 steps for you. Here they are. Step number 1, train really, 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 really hard for 3 weeks. I'm going to give you 2 months. 1 month is crazy, bro. You can barely touch the rim. I'm going to talk about 2 months. Work out really, really hard for 3 weeks. Deload for 1 week. Work out really, really hard for 3 weeks. Deload for 1 week. And in that second deload, you may be able to dunk. That's step number 1. Realize that is going to be the layout of your programming. Step number 2, do the best exercises that you could possibly do for vertical jump. So we got your squats. We got your deadlifts, we got your rear foot elevated split squats, we got your calf raises, and most importantly, we got your jumps and your plyometrics. So your sprints, your single leg hopping, your bounding, we got your depth jumps and your drop jumps, and we got high object touches and dunks. It's going to be very important for you. So that's step number 2. Step number 3 is that you're going to want to keep the movements the same. Don't do all kinds of a bunch of crazy exercises. Don't do a whole variety of exercises. Pick a handful of exercises, like 5 exercises. So maybe you want to do a squat, a rear foot elevated split squat. You want to do sprints. You want to do single leg hops and dunks. Those are going to be your 5 exercises. And you're going to do those on Monday and Friday of every week. The squats and then the deadlifts and the rear foot elevated and the calf raises, you're going to do those twice a week. The plyos you're going to do 3 times a week. So you're going to be training really hard. That's for 3 weeks. And then on that 4th week, which is the deload, everything needs to be lighter. Same exercises, but very light, very sub-maximal intensity. Okay? So step number 3 is keep the movements the same. You can't be doing a whole bunch of shit. Okay, because then you can't progress as frequently. So each time that you do this, you're going to want to do the same exercises and progress those exercises to force adaptation in your body. That's step number 3. Step number 4 is to have a strength day and a power or a speed day. So on Monday, you're going to do your squats and your deadlift and your rear foot elevated and your calf raises. And we could take out deadlift, bro. You don't even got to do that much. That's a lot of strength work. You could really do squats, rear foot elevated, and then calf raises and leave it at that. But on Monday, you're going to do them heavy. Heavy squats, heavy rear foot elevated split squat, heavy calf raises. On Wednesday, you just have your plyos, no strength work. And then on Friday, you're going to have your squats, your rear foot elevated, and your calf raises, although they're going to be at 30 to 60% of your 1 rep max, and you're going to be moving the bar as fast as you possibly can. So we have a strength day on Mondays, and we have a power or a speed day, a power day on Fridays. And the very last step, listen to this very carefully, the very last step is that you need to realize that you're probably going to get hurt. I'm so serious. If you just jump into all these crazy exercises, especially if you haven't been doing these exercises before, if you haven't been doing single leg hopping and bounding and in heavy squats and heavy rear foot elevated, you're probably going to get hurt. So the last step is to realize that this is not the correct mindset. Look in my eyes. This is not the correct mindset. It should be a marathon. But if you really want to go and sprint and you want to try to dunk in 1 to 2 months, go ahead and try these 4 steps, actually, because the 5th step was a joke because you're going to get hurt, and I don't approve of these steps. Who do you think I am, Vert Shock? I can get you 15 inches in 8 weeks? No, bro. However, if you want to give these 4 steps a try, then that would be how you could dunk in 1 to 2 months, but I don't recommend it because you probably are going to get some Achilles tendinopathy. You're probably going to get some patellar tendinopathy. You're probably going to get some shin splints. You're probably going to get some overuse injuries and some reactive tendinopathy injuries unless you've been doing all of these before. But if you've been doing all these before, you could probably dunk by now, bro. So anyways, that's my answer for the question. These are 4 steps to dunk in 1 to 2 months. Don't recommend it, but knock yourself out. This is Nathanael Morton with Answers for Athletes. Leave your question down below in the comment section. If you want me to answer your question in a video just like this, comment jump for a free bodyweight vertical jump training program, and check out my advanced training programs. DM me work on Instagram or click the link in the description or in the pinned comment to sign up for your first month free. I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.